The shoes to fill were big. The times were troubled, grievously so. The man who stepped in as managing director, quiet, unassuming, was born to lead. Managing Director Hemant Nerurkar was literally a creation of Tata Steel. What he brought with him was an extraordinary technology background. What Tata Steel gave him was an amazing exposure to marketing, mentoring, and managing people and technology across the globe, across business units, across different circumstances in the country and the many global facilities that the company possessed. Managing directorship was baptism by fire, but the hour saw the man emerging the perfect leader for the toughest of times. H.M. Nerurkar literally emerged as a man of steel.
When Hemant took over as managing director of Tata Steel was going through several challenges. The first was that we were in the midst of the global meltdown. With the result, steel prices were down, steel demand was down. Secondly, Jamshedpur was had just initiated the 3 million ton project, a project which had to be executed and completed in the midst of an operating steel plant. It was a big challenge. And of course, the third challenge was the Orissa project. But I think Hemant handled all these extremely well. First of all, to address the issue of the global demand and price scenario for steel, he put in motion a huge number of continuous improvement initiatives. It was no wonder that Tata Steel ultimately sort of won the Deming Grand Prize in the year 2012. The 3 million ton project was completed on time amidst an operating plant, and it is now in full swing. It's producing to full capacity, and I think it's a great achievement. Finally, the Orissa plant, in which no progress could be achieved for 5, 6, 7 years, progress did happen, and we are today in a situation where the plant is going to be commissioned sometime by the end of 2014. Now, I've known Hemant for a very long time. He's quiet, he's humble, he's low profile, and he's an outstanding technologist. He's very sociable, easy to get along with, and people find comfort in talking to him. And he has been a great leader for Tata Steel in the last few years, taking Tata Steel to newer heights. So he has been an outstanding leader for Tata Steel, and Tata Steel has greatly benefited by his presence and leadership, and I wish him all success in future.
Man of steel he may have been, but leadership meant much more. It meant embracing every stakeholder, but this Hemant Nerurkar could take in his stride. For his was a heart of gold, a heart that he generously opened to colleagues and the many members of the distributor parivars that he himself had set up to ensure that the steelmaker was one with its channel partners. For Hemant Nerurkar is the perfect relationships man, even as he is a committed family man. Truly, he is a man for all seasons.
What strikes you about Mr. Nerurkar is his humility, his accessibility, his ability to connect with people very quickly. He also has a tremendous ability to get a sense of what's going wrong. One of the amazing qualities of Mr. Nerurkar is his customer orientation. I mean, he is fantastic in that, and he really doesn't miss out the detail. It's very, very rare to see him stressed out. I've seen him through very, very difficult situations at many points in time, and he is always calm. He is never stressed out. I'm sure even if he's stressed, he doesn't show it. I've always seen him impeccably dressed. At the end of a long flight or at the end of a long day, I don't think I've seen anybody else who looks fresher than he does. I would also like to take this opportunity to wish Mr. and Mrs. Nerurkar wonderful days ahead. Wish him a lot of time to play with Simba and have a great time with Simba.
A people's person, Hemant Nerurkar knew that the art of responding to people was to listen to them, to befriend them, to solve their problems, to be for them. This he would do without a crease on his brows, never losing his composure, never losing his smile, never found wanting for out-of-the-box thinking in times of crises, never failing to convince one and all that he had matters under control. His managers believed so. So did the many steel workers that he led.
He comes across as a person who's very focused in his work. He's a person who doesn't shy away from hard decisions, but takes them in a very caring manner. I've also found Mr. Nerurkar one person, and perhaps very few that I know, who doesn't have any pretensions. He's always been very straight, very clear in his thoughts, and has articulated his vision into actions in a very simple manner. And he is one person, even in unfamiliar environment, can break the ice very quickly. He's always connected very well with people on the floor. He's been most concerned about employee safety, employee welfare, and about employee compensation. He would often say that let's find out ways in which the company can generate the required funds, but we should ensure that employees stay happy, motivated, and work hard for the company. In Bombay House, we had one peon who fell ill, who was on contract, and Mr. Nerurkar went out of his way inquiring about his health and looking at options to help him financially for his treatment. People remember him long after for the kind of help and support he has given.
Hemant Nerurkar had earned trust and faith. He had earned the right to lead, but not just by demonstrating his will of steel. That was a given. He earned it with his touch of silk, whether it was playing with his pet dogs or at the field of sports, of which he was a great patron. Whether it was in his numerous meetings with bankers and bureaucrats, with workers and channel partners, with technologists and his core team of managers, Hemant Nerurkar always brought something to the table.
I have seen Mr. Nerurkar from very close quarters. I have never seen him stop smiling. He is a man who would never complain on any situation. I have seen him so sympathetic, full of empathy, full of concern for others. He went out of his way in many recruitment scenarios to help the poor and needy sections of the society, and I am sure in the coming days all of us will fondly remember each and every moment we spend with him and take the learning from him how to have concern for others. After all, do good to the society, and that will be great respect that we can pay back to him.
Quite literally, he was the bearer of gifts, of ideas in innovative ways, of goodness, ethics in thought, and fair play in all dealings, of good sense, helping to soothe worried minds in the entire Tata Steel family, exuding calm even in the midst of hectic action, and of good governance, for that is what empowered him to carry forward the illustrious legacy of leadership that Tata Steel represented in the world of global steel and indeed in global business.
Our association with Mr. H.M. Nerurkar started in 1982 when first time we went abroad for L1 training. He was our group leader, and then our association continued till now. He is a brilliant coach and mentor, and we can say he is a complete man. As much he is soft, he is as much hard also once we want to take some decisions on the subject. So wish him all the best for the rest of the career and life in future.
नरुकर आप DM L1 से मैंने उनके साथ काम किया और MD तक काम किया। वो एम्प्लॉय के बीच में बहुत पॉपुलर थे और MD बनने के बाद हर एरिया में उन्होंने एक अच्छा कंट्रीब्यूशन दिया और एम्प्लॉय और एम्प्लॉयर के बीच में जो होना चाहिए संबंध वो उसको अच्छी तरह जानते थे। उनका संबंध यूनियन से भी उतने अच्छा था जितना हायर लोगों से था संबंध, ये उनकी विशेषता रही है। वो जहाँ भी रहें हम लोगों का शुभकामना उनके साथ रहेगा।
The bottom line? A career that runs into a warm embrace with all those lives he touched with his mind and heart, bringing solutions in problematic times, bringing confidence in confused times, bringing joy in pensive moments, always exuding hope, for he had a zest for life, a zest he spread all around. For it was in this zest for life that lay the strength of steel. Mr. Nerurkar, sir, we thank you for showing us the way.
Every time we think of you, look at you, we know it's true. You're the one that takes us to the shore. You've opened doors, you showed us more. A heart of gold in the man of steel. It feels so true, you made it real. We're made of only faith and trust. You'll always be a part of us. Tonight the memories dance on the floor. We made it happen for you, only you. Only you have that magic technique to find the vision we seek. Gently pushing us to reach the top. Try the new, be true and just. Our family tree is made of faith and trust. You'll always be part of us. Tonight the memories dance on the floor. Made it happen for you, only you. Only you have that magic technique to find the vision we see. Every time we think of you, we look at you, we know it's true. You're the one that takes us to the shore. You've opened doors, you showed us more. You'll always be a part of us. Faith and trust, true and just. You'll always be